Hi everybody, this video is sponsored by a contribution from, I'm going to keep it anonymous because I'm not sure here on this one. Dear Ollie, happy belated Father's Day. I looked at the pics of your daughter on Facebook and they truly brought me to tears. I'm thinking of taking a trip to Florida in the fall. Maybe we could actually meet and chat over coffee. That'd be nice. Hard to believe I am writing again, right? In February, I wrote in about Narcissist and a family business, as your advice compelled me to quit in March because my father-in-law would come in and attack me through my husband, claiming it was my jealous sister-in-law and mother-in-law he was trying to protect. Often it was their jealousy, but you said before, he could have also been the narc as well. I really think he was the whole time. Now that I have quit and gone no contact, my husband takes my darling little boy, almost 3 years old, and beautiful little girl, 5, up to their home for family events. I have not seen them since March. When I quit my job, my father-in-law initially said, I messed up, didn't I, to my husband. Now he thinks I'm a terrible person for showing him your videos, and now I am the one being discarded. Like, seriously, I am the one who went no contact, but then now they are dumping me. Recently, I'm being asked to sign a release, otherwise my father-in-law will fire my husband and take away the company share from him and pay him cash value of the companies. Well, that's a decision you have to make. What are the value of the company, and would it be easier for you to just walk away? Because you know what, as long as you're in that company still, it is going to be something for him to hold over your head. It's that simple. It's that simple. And as far as them dumping you, you already dumped them. That's just the narcissist trying to change the narrative around for their flying monkeys. And if you're no contact, you should be who cares. You know, I would look seriously if he could actually legally fire your husband. And if he is, and he would have to give him cash value for the companies, I would find out what that cash value is, and would it be worth it? Because that could be your opportunity for him to cut them out. Because if he can't see at this point that his father is absolutely toxic, he's the one asking you to sign the release. Like I said, he's been the narcissist all along. Things are okay between my husband and I, but when he returns from a guy's outing, a therapy appointment, or an interaction with his father, I notice a pattern of triangulation where he attacks me and tries to make me feel worthless. He tells me I am an awful mother. He tells me he is worried about me and tries to make me feel crazy. He used to see things his father and family would do. Now he denies it all and doesn't see that he probably won't get these companies. No, he won't. He won't. And when a golden child starts to feel withdrawn from the narcissist, that's when they'll usually start picking up the traits of the narcissist. To try to relate to them, to try to impress them, to try to do whatever. I don't remember if your husband's a golden child or not, but whatever he is, it's not good. My attorney says I have no guarantee that my father-in-law still will not take the companies or give his son a much-deserved raise, as we found that we were underpaid by over $2.7 million in the past 8 years. My husband used to sympathize with me. Now he seems to think his father is great, despite the fact that he spent his time trying to destroy me, and now he is threatening us unless I sign a release. So I asked for severance since he forced me out of the company through hostile work environment and harassment. So come to find out, my husband is in a tough spot, flying monkey, but also trying to keep the family business that he owns, and that I would get a good chunk of cash and alimony if we divorce. My husband refuses to walk away from the business, and he refuses to face his father down. I really love him, but I feel unloved. Yeah, because he's choosing a business over you. And he's already worried about that, because I just reread that line. He's already worried about a divorce. He's already thinking divorce. If he's the one who brought that up about then he's already thinking it. And he's looking for an out. I wouldn't sign jack fucking shit. I wouldn't sign anything. Because I'd be really worried here your husband's looking for a divorce. And I have a very sneaking suspicion the second you sign that release is when your husband would file for divorce on you. Do not sign that release under no circumstances. Under no circumstances. Because I think your husband's probably going to file for a divorce. Either way. The business and the money means more to him. My dream is to find true love. Maybe with my husband. I am not sure if he is capable of loving. He truly can and has never been able to protect me. I feel so sad and alone. I want to feel loved. I know I could be okay alone, but I also really love my husband. My in-laws have been trying to drive us apart for years, and we were so close for 11 years. This past year I have felt alone and completely lost. I feel like he is brainwashed by my father-in-law, who is now claiming he is going to launch an investigation to get all of the evidence I hold for all of the HIPAA violations, gender pay discrimination, and medical conditions on set during my 8 years there, to name a few, along with being physically and verbally attacked by my mother and sister-in-law. Let me tell you something. I know the business you have, and with the money you're making and the size of it and all. Business owners don't make threats like that. They would handle it through their attorneys. It just tells me he is just blowing smoke. He is blowing smoke, and I'm telling you, they have set your husband up to leave you the second you sign that release. And it seems like from the rest of this paragraph that you might already be thinking the same thing. You need to be honest with yourself at this point. I mean, you either know in your heart or you don't whether or not you want out or you don't want out, if it's going anywhere or it's not. You know, you have to be honest. My husband is socially awkward. He has a hard time reading people. I used to be the one at work that people would come to for advice and support. I am truly emotionally lonely. I am scared and starting to worry that I am a narc because I am decent looking and just beginning to realize it. I am also beginning to emotionally stray from time to time because my husband is very heartless and treats me like I am not very special. I don't know what to do. I so truly I so truly very happy not having to see the in-laws again. But my husband really hurts me some days. He makes me feel crazy and tells me he's worried about me and I don't give a shit about anyone but myself. I I admit it. I do things to numb the pain of his denial and the realization that he never loved me, or he's probably working with his father to get a release sign so he can divorce me so I don't sue them for everything. So you do already know. You already know. But I'm not the suing type. People see him as a really nice guy and me as an outspoken person because I am the real me all the time. How do I handle this release? How do I handle my husband? I am so down, help. Why am I using alcohol to escape this pain even though I am away from the in-laws? Is it the husband? Can he ever truly love me? I don't know. I don't and I have never felt loved. Life is short. I am so scared. Are my husband and father-in-law in cahoots? My husband claims he is scared and I have no consideration for his feelings. Thank you. They're setting you up for a divorce. I mean, I said it earlier on, and you even realize it. They're setting you up for a divorce. If you felt he never really loved you, why is he going to start now? Your husband's about the money. I mean, if he can't see after all this and how his father's acting and the way the family is, and he still goes back to it, he cares about the money. At least your in-laws do, or your father-in-law does, and he cares about your in-laws, and therefore he cares about the business more than he cares about you. Listen, you work there, you have a right there, you have a right to everything that you're entitled to through marriage. Don't just walk away, but don't use it as a weapon either. Um, I'm really sorry. I really am. I knew it. I saw it. Do you really even love him? I mean, that's really the question you got to ask yourself. I mean, can he ever truly love you? Well, if he can't love you now when you're at your lowest and when you're hurting the most, when can he? You're going through some shit right now and he's calling you crazy. If he can't love you now, when can he? Again, I am really sorry. I really am. But yeah, I think your father-in-law and your husband are in cahoots. You know, and it might just be at the point it's just irreconcilable, and that's going to be a hard thing for you to have to accept that when your spouse goes for the narcissist money, doesn't matter. It's been 11 years, 20 years. Money is a huge motivator in narcissism. It's just the way it is. Whether it's a business, an inheritance, a house, people eat each other alive. Narcissists do. It's a game. You have your children think about, you know, I mean, look what it's doing to you now. So, you really gonna have to be honest with yourself. about the entire situation. You know, I think your father-in-law is a lot of bullshit and bluster, but I would start trying to protect myself legally. You know, that's why I would start trying to protect myself legally. You know, thank you for your contribution and your support and your continued support, because you've been very kind, and I really hope your situation gets better. And I wish I could tell you something different, but you know, I think this is what you wanted to hear, because it's basically what you, at the end, it's basically what you suspected anyway. So I hope this really helps. Thank you again. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you want to have a topic you want me to cover, a narcissist you want to expose, you know what to do with the PayPal and my email link in the description box. I'll have the video right back to you. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon.